Hi, I'm Starborn. Remember, to be a star, you have to shine your own light, follow your own path, and not be afraid of the darkness, because that's when stars shine brightest. If you've been looking at our website, starborninstitute.org, you would already know that the title of tonight's show is a quick one. And that is because there can be some sudden change occurring at any time over the holidays now. And that is because the planet of sudden change, Uranus, which is in Aries, a fast-moving fire sign, is being harshly aspected by Mars and Venus in Libra. And Mars is one malefic planet, Uranus is the other, and Mars is energetic, and Uranus rules sudden change. So when these two planets are opposing each other, which they are doing right now almost exactly, there can be very sudden change around, and it could even cause some sort of eruption. It could be an attack, it could be a sudden lawsuit, it might be some financial reversal. But it could happen very quickly, and that is because Pluto in Cancer is also squaring Uranus in Aries almost exactly, and it is also squaring Mars almost exactly. So I mean, it's a tight T-cross among cardinal signs. And yes, Venus is still in Libra, but it is at the 28th degree. It is going to go into Scorpio over the weekend, and then Mars will stand by itself in Libra, where it is not at all happy, and it will then be even more tightly opposing Uranus and even more tightly squaring Pluto in Capricorn. And so that harsh T-cross in cardinal signs will continue throughout the month, because Mars won't leave Libra until January 3rd. And so there can be a lot of reversals. One of the things that is going on right now can be very good, though, and that can be that cover-ups or deceptions really are not going to succeed at all, and that is because that Pluto in Capricorn, which rules management in large corporations or government agencies, or people who are in a position of power that can make policy or change policy, is being tried beautifully today by the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo. And that simply means that through careful analysis, the detailed results or truth of something absolutely cannot be denied now. And people will be looking at the truth, and they will be making policy or changing policy because of it. The truth could be about your health, and you need to face that, but you can do that pretty easily right now. Or the truth could be about the whole healthcare field, because that's what Virgo rules too. Or the truth may be about a financial matter, and that is because big money is at stake. These three planets are in earth signs, and they all trine the sign of Taurus, which rules investments. It also rules the New York Stock Exchange, the countries of Germany and of Israel. So big money is at stake, because we really do have to face the truth right now. And it is undeniable, whatever the facts are, boy, everyone can see that they're really proven and that they are true. So reality is staring us in the face this week. The idea of something very, very quick happening, though, is because that same Uranus in Aries is being trined beautifully by three forceful planets and strong planets in the sign of Sagittarius, which rules foreign countries, and it does rule religion, philosophy, the higher mind, and four-year colleges and graduate schools. And so, and it rules all foreign countries, and it rules the judicial system. There is the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury in Sagittarius, and they are all beautifully trining Uranus in Aries. And these four planets are in fast-acting fire signs. And Uranus is a planet of sudden change, so there can be some sort of very quick move or something very almost a lightning strike, even an attack, since Mars is opposing Aries, anytime now. And so we do have to be, we have to expect the unexpected right now. And whatever you're doing over the holidays, particularly if you're traveling, I hope you are being a little bit defensive about it. In other words, watch out for what everyone else is doing and try to anticipate fast things coming at you, because they could be deadly. So you do need to be careful. And then on Christmas Day, There will not just be a T-cross in cardinal signs, there will be a grand cross, meaning that there will be planets in all 4 cardinal signs. And that's because on Christmas Day there will be a full moon in the sign of Cancer, which is America's sun sign, and it will be opposed by Pluto in Capricorn, it will be squared by Uranus in Aries, and it will also be squared by that harsh Mars in Libra. And so by Christmas Day, duty calls in our country and among our families, and there once again could be a very sudden change that could remind us of the true value that we place on our homes and our families. Because by then the gloves come off and the bare facts can be seen by everyone, and that means something will have to be done. And it probably will be, because over the weekend, Venus does move into Scorpio. So Venus will be trining that full moon by Christmas time, and Scorpio rules justice. Its own rulers, though, presently are harshly aspected because Mars in Libra is squaring Pluto in Capricorn, which means that the money can be sort of drying up, or credit can be tightening, or there can be layoffs. And so we have that to watch out for too. But I think around the end of the holidays, or certainly over Christmas and New Year's, there can be a possible move or even some sort of quick action that takes the pressure off of a situation that has almost become unbearable. So it could take the pressure off, but it does not bring peace yet. And so we have all of that to look forward to. So these holidays are not just going to be spent in happiness. I'm sure that we'll all be looking forward to being with our families and our friends. That's good. But we're also going to have to be on the lookout for an unexpected change. And if you are planning a tight schedule over the holidays, I urge you not to do that. Leave a few open spaces so that when sudden change does occur, you can adjust to it and then still remain on schedule for your family and friends. Okay, what does this idea of a quick one mean to all 12 of the sun signs? Well, Aries, certainly there could be a quick change in your life at any time, and that is because Aries, you know, there's a T-cross in cardinal signs right now putting pressure on you, and Uranus is in your sign, which is a very volatile planet of sudden change and rebellion and freedom, and that could certainly be on your mind. So you could want to break free of restrictions that are placed on you by management or by policies that you simply don't agree with, since Pluto is squaring your sun sign. But the real danger is that Venus will leave Libra over the weekend. It will go into Scorpio, and then just Mars, your own ruler, will be opposing Uranus in your sign, and that opposition is almost exact. Right now, it's going to get tighter by the weekend. And so there is the possibility, since Venus will move on, that there can be somebody around that would like to cause a breakup or would like to put pressure on you to break up a partnership or to nullify some sort of legal agreement or even to break a treaty, and all of that is possible. It might be you that wants to get going too, though, Aries, because as I mentioned, Uranus in your sign is being trined beautifully by 3 planets in Sagittarius, the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury. And so if you were wanting to make a move, or if you were wanting to sort of get out of town or make a quick change, which is what this show is titled, a quick move or a quick motion of some kind, you could do it, Aries. You may have a lot of motivation to do it too, because with the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces, which is right behind your sun sign, anything that you have been trying to hide will be exposed by the truth, by facts that can be proven. And so there may be a reason for you to sort of make a quick move or some sort of quick change. And you will have people backing you up on that. Somebody, perhaps an old friend, that can help you with that. And so I say go for it if you want to, Aries. It's better than facing even greater danger, which is what you could be facing over the holidays with Mars being so forcefully opposing your sun sign. So you really need to be careful, Aries. Don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you could be facing danger that would come at you so fast, it could really be painful. So I hope you don't do that. Okay, what does it mean to a Taurus? Well, Taurus, once again, just as last week, there are no planets in any of the fixed signs, so there is nothing really challenging you at all, which is good, because in fact you're being even better fortified than you were last week, because the moon and Jupiter in Virgo are trining your sun now, which means the facts are undeniable. The truth is really out right now, and that can help you, Taurus, because those planets are trining your sun. So small details and a reliable work record are going to do you a lot of good. And remember, there's big money at stake, so people have to go with the facts right now. And Pluto in Capricorn is also trining your sun. And so that means that as long as you're practical and you are hardworking, which is your nature, you are going to actually benefit from long-term interests that turn out in your favor. And that is because there can be budget cutbacks that lead to layoffs, but not for very productive people. And you're known for hard work, and you probably are being very productive right now. And so there could be a change or even a possible promotion coming your way, Taurus, as people have to depend more and more on very highly productive people. And I think you're one of them. So congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Gemini? Well, Gemini, I don't think that you can overcome the thrust of the 3 planets in Sagittarius, the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury, your own ruler, which are all opposing your sun sign right now. And so somebody can be demanding that you take the high road, or that you get better training or better education, or they could be looking at your records to see if you sort of measure up right now. And Mars and Venus in Libra are both trining your sun, which is great because that means you could get help in a legal matter or in a partnership issue. But Venus is going to leave over the weekend and go into Scorpio, and then only Mars will be trining your sun. And that could indicate somebody who wants to make a little trouble with a legal matter or a little trouble in a partnership. And so you need to be a little bit careful who you trust right now, Gemini. And I sure wouldn't trust everybody, because the gloves are going to come off. The truth will be laid bare, and you will have to face it. And it can be about a health matter or the whole healthcare field, because the moon today and Jupiter in Virgo are squaring your sun. Neptune in Pisces is still squaring your sun, which means there can be very deceptive people around that are certainly not telling you everything, and that will continue for years. And then those 3 planets in Sagittarius are opposing your sun. So you're a little bit stuck right now, Gemini, and regardless of any help that you get, I would say that as people make quick moves, I advise you not to go along, Gemini, because you do not have enough facts to make a really good decision right now. So hold off, particularly wait until after the 1st of the year when Mars moves out of Libra. It is really not doing anybody any good in that sign because it's in a sign ruled by Venus. So it's really out of its element. And that's why I urge you to sort of accept delay right now, Gemini, and wait something out instead. Okay, what does it mean to Cancer? Well, Cancer, remember I mentioned that by Christmas there would be a full moon in your sign, and that would actually set up a grand cross in cardinal signs, meaning there will be planets in all 4 cardinal signs squaring and opposing each other, and that even though duty calls, there can be a sudden change that reminds us how much we value our families and our homes. And that is because the gloves will come off sometime this month, possibly around Christmas time when there is a full moon in your sign. And that means that the truth will be laid bare, and we will have to do something about it. And that will be you as well. There is no more patriotic sign than Cancer. And that is because Cancer is the sun sign of the United States. So for right now, I think that you can be in a bit of a holding pattern, and there can be a volatile change around you which you should not react to in any way. Sort of keep a lid on your emotions right now, Cancer, because better times are coming. And that's because over the weekend, Venus will move into Scorpio and begin to trine your sun. And Neptune in Pisces already trines your sun. So you will get sort of loving support, particularly in your relationships, which should improve over the holidays. So you have that to look forward to. But stay away from quick changes. I don't think they're going to do you any good. Okay, what does it mean to a Leo? Well, Leo, once again, lucky you. There are no planets in any of the fixed signs again this week to challenge your sign at all. And there are 4 planets in the fire signs, and they're all trining your sun sign. And that is because Uranus in Aries is trining your sun. It is under tremendous duress right now, and it is being challenged, but it's still trining your sun, which is just great. And the sun, Saturn, and Mercury in Sagittarius are also trining your sun sign. You could certainly want to travel right now, or perhaps you could hear from people that are at a distance or who may be coming to visit you. That would be nice. But also, if there is some sort of sudden change that we have to deal with because the truth is laid bare and the gloves come off and something's got to be done, I think that you will exert your leadership abilities, which you do have. And of course, Leo is the sign of courage as well. And you may sort of go for something brand new that perhaps just needs to be done. And I think you'll do really, really well, Leo. I don't see anything stopping you. And there are 2 wonderful planets right ahead of your sun sign, the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo, and they are being backed up by Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a time when the truth is laid bare, and I think that you're going to be able to deal with it magnificently, Leo, really, really well. So I wish you the best of luck. I don't think that the truth is necessarily going to be something that we're not going to like, but you are going to do a beautiful job with it. And I think that that will even help you sort of get some of your own affairs in better shape right now. So good luck. All right, what does it mean to a Virgo? Well, Virgo, today, the Moon and Jupiter are both in your sun sign, and they are being trined by Pluto in Capricorn. And that means big money is at stake right now. And that is because it's you that's got a whole lot of answers, Virgo, because you have been carefully preparing something or gathering evidence or facts that are undeniably true. And people have to face those right now. So I think that you are in the driver's seat, even though yours is the sign of modesty. So I don't think you're going to come on too strong or anything, and you really don't have a big ego, Virgo, but you are armed with the truth right now, and it is something that management appreciates you for and does have to deal with, because some budgets may get cut, but there are also financial gains that can be made as soon as Mars leaves Libra and stops squaring Pluto in Capricorn, and that will be by January 3rd. So if not now, then certainly after the first of the year, Virgo, you can be facing some additional responsibility, but that is because you have done a good job in your own quiet way, and management can be depending on you even more. So I think you're seeing a nice change after the first of the year. Any quick change will be the result of the fact that the truth cannot be denied right now. That's not going to bother you at all, Virgo. So I think you're sort of sitting pretty right now. Okay, what does it mean to a Libra? Well, Libra, this is simply a time when I think that, you can be very, very busy because Mars is in your sign, and somebody else can be somewhat erratic or wanting to break away or wanting to do things all their own way, and that can be driving you a little crazy, Libra. But Venus is still in your sign along with Mars, and that means you can still be trying to make peace. But I would slow down on that a little bit, Libra, because nobody's listening. I don't think that's going to do you any good. And instead, I think you just need to head towards some sort of change right now, and you could be very, very busy with that. It might be due to the fact that financial conditions are changing and that budgets are getting cut, or that credit is getting a little tighter, or that taxes are going up. So there could be a good financial reason for you to change. Right behind your sun sign are the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo, and they are offering you some protection. There can be somebody around, perhaps a woman, who's very careful with accounting and can give you some good advice. And so I would try to talk to somebody about an accounting matter right now, just so you can sort of straighten out your finances. Okay, what does it mean to a Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, the good news is that Venus is coming into your sign over the weekend, and it will be trining Neptune in Pisces, which is already trining your sun sign. And there are no planets in any of the fixed signs, so there isn't anything squaring or opposing your sun sign. And that simply means, Scorpio, that you can be sort of full of love, and you can be wanting to do the best for your family, and that there can be a possible move in your future, or you may be thinking about building a home, and you know that would work out well, particularly after the first of the year. You may not be able to make too much headway with that at the moment because people are doing a lot of different things, activities over the holidays, but after the first of the year something could work out really well for you, and by that time Mars will have also moved into your sign and you'll be very busy. So this is a period of time when you can be devoted to your family and your home and want to make them happy. And if there is a quick change of some sort, you certainly will be able to adjust to it and to help others. Your sign rules loyalty, and I think that that's what is on your mind over Christmas, and that you will see a lot of evidence of that. So good luck. Okay, what does it mean to a Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius, those three planets that are in your sign, the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury, are being squared harshly by Neptune in Pisces and by the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo right now. So you may not know who to believe, but I urge you to trust the facts because they are undeniable right now. And the gloves come off because everyone can see what the truth is. So you may need to react to that. You may not want to because Saturn is in your sun sign and it can be tiring you out a little bit. But Uranus, that planet of very sudden change and rebellion, is in Aries trining your sun, and that could maybe get you going in a new direction, and that would be fine. So go ahead and take your time if you're unsure about who's telling you the truth, but you don't need to be unsure about the facts. They are undeniably clear right now, and everyone is going to have to deal with them in one way or another, and that means you too, Sagittarius. So I think that you will have to confront the truth, and then you may have to act quickly in relation to that over the holidays. Okay, what does it mean to a Capricorn? Well, Capricorn, this is a time when you can be blessed with an awful lot of facts and certainly be quite willing to face the truth, because both the Moon and Jupiter in Virgo are trining your sun where you have Pluto. That can be a big help to you right now, Capricorn, because big money is at stake. You may be thinking about your future, particularly your long-term security, because yours is a very secure-prone sign. That's what's really important to you. And there can be good news about that because you may have been very careful in the accounting, and there are very true facts that cannot be denied right now, and they are going to do you a lot of good, Capricorn. So you really got the truth on your side, or somebody's proven track record can back you up right now. And that can somewhat make you, put you into a position of power. And that is good because, once again, you won't overdo anything. I think you'll just be very careful and have things lined up really well right now. And that's good because Mars in Libra is squaring your sun, creating havoc in partnerships and with legal dealings. There could be a treaty that is broken, for instance, or a contract. And Uranus in Aries is squaring your sun as well. So it isn't that you don't have to deal with erratic, volatile people. You do. But you've got the truth on your side, and it is glaringly apparent right now. So you can stand along with that, and you can stand tall, Capricorn. You're in the driver's seat. Okay, what does it mean to an Aquarian? Well, Aquarius, once again, there are no planets in the fixed signs right now, so there's nothing too much challenging you right now. But Mars and Venus and Libra are trining your sun, and that simply means that after Venus moves on over the weekend and goes into Scorpio, it will be squaring your sun, which means you can sort of overdo things at Christmas time a little bit. And since Mars will still be trining your sun, it simply means that someone could want to push you a little bit too much, or may want you to do something illegal, or they may want you to consider breaking a contract. I wouldn't go anywhere near that, Aquarius, because money is still tight and budgets could be cut, and yet there is big money to be made, but I don't necessarily think it's coming your way, Aquarius, and that's why you really need to be careful what you agree to right now. And so, you know, just lay back and realize you are not being seriously threatened, but you could be tricked or hoodwinked, and that's what you have to watch out for. Remember, it's the truth that counts right now, not somebody's great made-up story. So be careful what you believe. Okay, what does it mean to a Pisces? Well, Pisces, this is a time when you need to really come up with the facts, because Jupiter and the moon in Virgo are opposing your sun sign, and 3 planets in Sagittarius, the sun, Saturn, and Mercury, are squaring your sun sign. So that makes 5 planets in harsh aspect to Neptune in your sun sign. And that means you really have to quit kidding yourself about something, Pisces, and get down to the nitty-gritty truth and facts that you will have to come up with. And that is because the gloves are going to be coming off in this next month, and the truth will be laid bare, and people will have to do something about it. You will get some help, and that is because Venus is coming into Scorpio over the weekend, and it will trine Neptune in your sun sign. But that doesn't mean that you can refuse to face the truth about something, or that you can be sloppy with the details. You still have to do that and be very careful to face the truth. But there can be some additional money coming your way over the holidays as well, Pisces, and that should be good for you. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can see the show anytime you want by subscribing to it on our website, starborninstitute.org. Bye.